Amy. Oh, let me see how to get back in this group. Let's see how this thing working. Oh, is it looking good? Oh, it's looking good. All right. So I'm trying to look at it on my computer and look at it on here, which is actually kind of weird and different. But anyway, I know I told you, Amy, that I was going to do this today, so I'm doing it now. Oh, this is so different, though. I don't know why I'm still getting used to this, to the live part. I'm moving in, this ain't real time. All right, so Amy, if you're on here, let me, you sound like a floating head. Hold on, because I keep looking back and forth. Can you hear me properly? Like, how is it? Am I going in and out? Because it looks like I'm going in and out on my computer, but not on whatever this thing is. Not on my phone. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Let me go back to, okay, cool. What up, Susie? How you doing? What's up with you, homie? How you feeling? How you living? Yo, what are y'all people joining for? Some of y'all need to be getting ready for work tomorrow. Nah. I actually got on here because I told somebody earlier that I was going to do a FaceTime live to answer some questions. So I wanted to honor what I said. So let me see how I can stay on her. So if you guys have some questions about whatever, whatever. If y'all have some questions about something, you can ask me. If I look awkward, it's because this is awkward, me just talking to myself. But if you guys have some questions about spirituality, as far as like whatever. Now, you know what? Let me talk about this. Because I think this, I don't know, it's on my heart. When I was walking and meditating and just walking today, I just had this thought, like, and I just wrote it, of course. Anytime I think of something, like, Facebook is like my journal, right? So, hey, Nicole, what's up? How you doing? Y'all, that's the astrologer of the group. Y'all want to know anything about astrology? She the best, because don't ask me, because all I can tell you, look, I only know about 3 signs. Well, actually 4. Virgos, and that's because I'm a Virgo. Leo, and that's because majority of my male best friends are Leos. Gemini, yeah, because, yeah, anyway, Gemini, and some more people. Hey, Nicole, oh, what's up? Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm having to follow this. What's up, Deshaun? Yo, the best videographer that you go come across, Deshaun. I was about to say something else, but I'm not going to say what else. Hey, Joanne, how you doing? What up, TT? How you doing? What's up? Oh, my God. This is kind of fun, even though it's awkward, because I'm looking at the computer. But I wrote earlier, there's a big difference between talking with God and the spirit. One can save your soul and the other can't. Be mindful of familiar spirits. Every spirit is not your friend. Elevate it. I think sometimes we get, in the spiritual realm, we get so caught up in all of the stuff that we forget that the spiritual realm is just like the physical realm. Once you open up this door and you start going into the spirit realm and you don't know what you're doing, but you start picking up books and you just doing stuff just to do it because you've read it, does not mean it's right or it's cool. Because if you don't have the discernment, you don't know what you're inviting in. And unfortunately, a spirit that is not within a physical body, they don't have to sleep, eat, shit, pee, do the things that we have to do. You know what I'm saying? We're in this physical body. Now, I do believe that because we're in a physical body, we do have a certain level of control, because what people need to understand is that we're also spirits as well. You know what I'm saying? But we're spirits incarnated in a physical form. But a spirit that's just walking around willy-nilly, they don't have it. So you always have to make sure you are aligning yourself with God, because God is the end-all, be-all, regardless of what you think. I've met people that like to deal with spirits more than they like to deal with God, and I don't think that's possible, because you could be setting yourself up for failure. You could be inviting an energy or inviting an essence into your life that really wants to have a stronghold on you, that is going to can steer you in the wrong direction. Because this is what y'all need to know. But people that are in spiritual stuff and doing stuff, like I have so many friends that are part of so many different things, and I respect everything that everybody does. I'm not the type of person to tell you or tell anyone that they shouldn't be doing something that they feel led to do, because I don't know what God has for you as you walk through it. So I could think it's crazy, but I'm not God. And I would never ever profess that I am God. Now, I am the little g, which you all are as well. You're the little g, but we're not the big G. But by that token, we have the same creative intelligence that God has. That's why when we think about something, it comes to us. You know, gift of manifestation, law of attraction, magnetism, vibration, spiritual insight, prophetic insight, mediumship. We could talk to spirits beyond physical reality. But basically, what I was trying to say with that quote, because I believe in spiritual guides, spiritual helpers, spiritual counsel, and all of this. I believe in all of it, and I have great spirits that work with me. Like, if it was not for my spirits, I'd probably be, in a mental health institution somewhere, So I think I told somebody this earlier that texted me and was talking to me, and it was like, do you remember everything in readings? If I remembered everything in readings, majority of y'all would be coming to me and visiting me in a mental health institution. No, I don't remember everything. And I make sure that I position myself in the right way. So for those of you who have received readings from me or who have worked with me, I always say prayers first. Always, because I always want to align myself with something greater. Hey, Gail, I see you. Hello, brother. How you doing? I miss you, Gail. I haven't talked to you in a while. So, excuse me. So, just to really talk about that more, just be mindful of who you're opening yourself up to. Because you can read all the books you want to read. And people get me for this sometimes because they're like, you're this and you're that. But I believe many are called, but few are chosen. And I really feel like a couple of people are actually choosing to be something they're not. I really feel like that when it comes to spiritual work, it's all about being in alignment with what God has called you to be. I don't know if I believe that everybody that does spiritual work is supposed to be doing it. And, my greatest thing, like when people come to me and they say, oh, I want to be a spiritual practitioner. Oh, I want to be a medium. Oh, I want to read people. Oh, for me, that's number one indication that I really don't want to work with you like that anyway. Because I'm not here to develop you as a practitioner. I'm here to develop you as a person. There's a difference. So that ain't my thing. I've had people that wrote me before and be like, can you make me like the Long Island medium? No. There are courses out there, and there are individuals out there that will really help you with that. So if you want to do it, do it. Work it out. But I'm not that guy. I'm real big on personal, spiritual, and intuitive development, because the difference between me, I guess, when I think about it, and I'm kind of rambling, so y'all, I'm going to go through y'all questions soon, but, I got to talk, But when it comes to intuitive development, for me, intuitive development is all about learning how to trust yourself. It's all about learning how to trust yourself. Like, really, when you go through the process of intuitive development, you're going through the process of what they call unfoldment. You're peeling back the onion. So think about it. When you go and you buy an onion, you're so excited because you know it's going to go into your food and it's going to be so nice and it's going to taste so good. But think about it. When you start to cut into it, your head may start to hurt. When you start to peel it, your eyes going to start to burn. You're going to go through some pain. You're going to go through some things that don't really agree with you or what you're wanting for yourself at that time. But you have a choice right there. You're either going to push through or you're going to throw it away. You're going to stop. But even when you stop, you already started, so you still can experience some of the effects of it. That is the process of spiritual, intuitive, personal development. Because before you can actually see God, you have to see yourself. Because God is only going to introduce you back to you. That's it. Like, God is going to introduce you back to you. Oh my God. Like, ta-da! Whatever. But so when you open up this door, and then also notice people, when y'all get into the spiritual path or y'all start walking this path and, oh my God, I feel so great. Oh my God, I'm so spiritual. Just know it's not easy. People think it's easy. It ain't easy. Like, I think it's different from being a Christian and being like spiritually aware, because sometimes as a Christian you go to church on Sunday and you ask for forgiveness, but then the other 7 days or the other 6 days you do what you want to do. But when you're on a spiritual path, even when you're engaging in the law of attraction, you have to look at you. When you're choosing to walk with God, so people always ask me, are you a Christian? Do you take Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? For me, yes and no. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I do consider myself a follower of Christ, meaning I believe in the message, I believe in the Bible, I believe in all those things. But I believe that Jesus came and he fulfilled his purpose. His purpose, he died on the cross for us. So if you really believe that, he gave us the gift or the power, he gave us the authority. He actually, let's take it to another level. He gave us the permission to live and to do what we came to this earth to do, and to fulfill what we needed to fulfill, or what we need to fulfill here on this earth at this time. So you have so many people that's still sitting up in church, but they're not fulfilling what they came to this earth to fulfill. Everybody want to argue about who's right or wrong versus do what they came to this earth to do. That's my job. That's what I feel like my job is. My job is I'm here to bring out and help you remember who you are so you can fulfill what you came to this earth to accomplish. That's my job. So for me, my grandmother used to always say, and I say this story all the time, my grandmother used to always tell me, if I pay for your groceries, what are you going to do? Are you going to pay for them again? I'd be like, no. She said, so what do you do next? And I'd be like, shoot, I don't know. And she would say, you go and use what you have. You go and use what you now have to do what you need to do with it. So if you need to cook, if you need to feed the community, whatever you need to do, you use it. And you go and you do what you need to do. And I feel like within the church, this is where the issue is, because a lot of people are sitting but not doing. You know how to do, but you don't know how to be. And I ain't come out to preach or nothing. I'm not a preacher. But a lot of us are running around in circles, just really chasing our tail, dreaming and hoping and wishing that we go find the light of day. But we don't know that the revelation or the truth of the matter is that you can't find the light of day until you sit. You have to sit so that you can know. Because while you are running around and around, what happens when you go around and around in circles? You get dizzy, right? Then you get confused. Then what eventually happens? You have to sit down. Correct? Okay, I just wanted to check. Again, I'm getting used to this talking on this thing. I'm used to talking to the thing when I know ain't nobody watching me until I post it. But anyway, let me go through and see some of this right here. Gail, you said when I meditate or do readings, I have spirit come through fine, but when I use the pendulum, I am lied to. What is the difference in the spirits I am contacting? And I know somebody else posted another question, but I don't know how to get to the other question, so yeah, I don't know. I lost them. So if you have any other questions or anybody else want to ask a question, y'all just post it, okay? What's up, Danielle? Yeah, I love this story. I know, me too. That's gonna be my story I'm gonna use until the day I die. So, Gail, when you meditate, I have to read the question again. When I meditate or do readings, I have spirit come through fine, but when I use the pendulum, I am lied to. What is the difference in the spirits? I don't really think there's a difference in the spirits that you are contacting, but what happens is a pendulum normally is connected to you and your electromagnetic field more than it's connected to a spirit. See, trying to use a pendulum to work with a spirit that's foreign or outside of you is kind of like utilizing a Ouija board. So, yeah. So basically what's happening is that your pendulum is turned into a Ouija board because you're not setting the intention as far as who you're contacting or connecting with. When you're meditating, you're aligning yourself and opening yourself up. See, there's a difference between Intuitive development, psychic development, and mediumship. Okay, so there's a big difference. One takes you up, one takes you down, and one takes you in. So there's a difference. So what you want to make sure you do is, again, you want to make sure you have a focus. You want to make sure you have an intention. Okay, so you want to have a focus and you want to have an intention in reference to what you do or how you do it. Yeah, Deshaun. Stop running in circles. Major key alert. Yeah, we can't keep, a lot of people looking for circles, but they have more squares than they have circles. No, let me stop. Anyway. La la. Well, let's not even get into that. Birds of a feather flock together. If you running with broke people, then I want y'all to expect to be broke. Let me stop. Okay, stop. Anyway, I have told God and my spirits that I am ready to work with them and let them help others through me. But I can't settle my mind out of mommy mode to be able to hear them. Any suggestions on how I can clear my mind long enough to hear and help? So the basic principle when it comes to that, Susie, is you have to learn how to get out the way. So a lot of times when I'm working with like people I'm coaching or mentoring or working with, I always tell them that you have to jump off the cliff. Meaning, when I say you have to learn how to trust yourself enough to let go and let God, what I'm basically telling you is that you have to trust yourself enough to let go, to not care anymore. So it's kind of like based on the same concept of, well, think about it this way. When you're so stressed out and you're trying to go out for all of your resources and you're trying to do your own thing and you're trying to figure stuff out and you're like, I'm going to get it, I'm going to figure it out. But then you don't. And it doesn't work and you don't exhaust all of your resources. And then you finally get to that place where you're like, you know what? Fuck it. Screw it. I don't even care no more. And then you just stop and you let go and then everything works out. See, in that moment, in that space of time, that's when you allow God to work in your life. That's when you allow God to do what God does. Fix our stuff. See, most of us think we have to fix it. We don't have to fix it. We have to allow it. There's a big difference. You have to allow God to do what God does. But most of us don't know that. We don't understand it. That's when what happens when it comes to the law of attraction. We don't know when to let go and let God. Because we feel like, especially in our society, in Western society, we're so focused on convenience. But the law of attraction and working with God is really based off of two different things. Two words. I'll give you two basic words right now. Trust and patience. Trust and patience. Now I could throw in obedience, but that would take us in a whole different direction. So when it comes to you, Susie, I actually think for you it's a little different. That what I said is true, but it's different for you because you have to set up a routine. You have to have a ritual. Now, you are a spiritualist. You are a spiritualist. Okay? The other people that call themselves spiritualists, that are not spiritualists. You are a spiritualist. So yours is a little different. Okay? So, for you, my recommendation would be candles are real big. You have a spirit with you. Okay. Now y'all taking me to the other side. But you have a spirit with you that loves candles. So I would say start off with getting a, white cloth. Put you a candle. Get you one bowl of water. One bowl. One. Get you one bowl of water. Have a candle. White candle. And I want you to light that candle. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to just really begin. Talk to God. Say, God, I need you to show up right here and right now. Do a prayer. Our Father who art in heaven. Do 23rd Psalms. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Whatever prayer, whatever aligns you to the essence and truth of God, you do it. Okay? And then you allow yourself to work. You look in the water, you look at the candle, and you say, okay, all of the spirits that are around me that are here to assist me in my process, speak. Only if you come with a purpose. I don't talk to no spirit unless it has a purpose. I don't care who that spirit can come and tell me is Tupac. I don't care. Because I don't know if you're really Tupac. You got to prove yourself. And since I didn't know Tupac in my life, and I don't know nobody that's connected to Tupac, and I have no way to verify Tupac, that spirit is who it says, we ain't talking. Yeah, I like your music, but no. because I'm not inviting no spirit that I don't know or can't identify into my space. And that's something that I see a lot of people doing. I see a lot of people inviting some stuff in that see, it's so funny because, people always ask me, do you do cleanses and do you do this or do you do that? And I can do cleansings and all of that stuff. Most of the time, if I feel like I have to get involved with someone that has a spiritual attack or they have some stuff going on, I'll help them. It costs money. It's like between $500 to $1,000 for me just to help you with that. That ain't, trust me, it's not something. And there are other individuals in Miami and different countries and stuff that charge $5,000 to $10,000 to help people with spirit attachments. Because what people don't know is that to walk this path and to do the things that we do, it affects our mind, our body, our spirit, our emotions. It affects us on all levels. Every time I'm doing a reading, I'm working with someone, I'm having to split myself to go into the spirit realm to bring back the information. And I have to make sure that it's in alignment and that it edifies God. I ain't just going somewhere, and I probably shouldn't be upset when people be like, where do you get your information from? Do your information come from God? Man, if you know how much work I have to do to maintain my sanity and to maintain who I am, to make sure I am a clear vessel for individuals. So the work that we have to put into it. So, everybody that's in this group, I believe, is gifted and has something like, I guess FYI, I wouldn't even let you in if I thought it was something a little weird or off with you. But because I am very picky. I'm very nice, but I'm very picky. So anyway, again, rambling. So hopefully, Susie, that helps. So let me know if that helps you or not, okay? I like that I have the power to say no to spirit and have the authority to ask for proof of who they are. That empowers me. I always say, try the spirit by the spirit to see if it's of God. Hey, PJ, I see you doing all these hearts. I love you too, homie. Shout out. Yeah, that's good, Gail. Like, that's good as far as, like, you always want to say no. Because at the end of the day, you're in control. Nobody else is in control. When no spirit is in control. One powerful thing that God told me, probably the other day, God says nothing moves without my blessing. So even when you're working with spirit, there are times when I'm very nervous. I'm like, oh my God, am I doing what's right? Am I going to go to hell? Am I going to do this? There are times when those thoughts come to my mind. And God says, nothing moves without my blessings. Nothing. God said, your job is to be obedient to my will. And I'll set your path straight. Oh my God. That just made me want to cry. But anyway, the guy said, I open up these doors because God told me at a young age, God said, your gift will make room for you. And I know for me, those of you who know me personally and stuff, I think to myself, I'm like, oh my God, I want to go to school. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be this. I want to be that. And God told me the other day, God said, you can do all those things, but you still go run back to me. You can do all those things, but you still go run back to me. Because you're my voice in that realm. And I think at the end of the day, what we have to all think about is, what are we showing up as on a daily basis? We all talk about peace, but are we being peaceful? We all talk about love, but are we being loving? A lot of times people want to get and receive more than they're actually willing to give. And that's wrong. It's not right. How do you think how could that even work? I really want you to think about it. You're not willing to give, but you're willing to receive. You're a hypocrite. Hypocrite. That's what you are. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, hold on the topic. I'm sorry. Do y'all have some more questions? If y'all have some more questions, we can answer those. After that, I got to go catch up on Scandal. This is kind of fun. I actually like this. Deshaun, so how's it going? I don't even know if you're still on here. Deshaun was telling me the other day, you need to... Oh, no. No, I'm not a bishop. No, I'm just Jonathan. And I'm not preaching. I'm just sharing. That's within my comfort zone. But yeah, Deshaun was telling me the other day, you need to go and you need to start doing live more. And you know, y'all, can't y'all tell? Like, I'm a little shy. I'm shy. I'm so shy. I'm so scared. Oh, that's good, Mike. Mike, my BFF. Mike is a phenomenal chiropractor, energy healer. Like, this man right here is full of knowledge. Like, Mike is full of knowledge. Like, he's amazing. Like, Mike, y'all, I have to thank Mike so much because Mike in school, Mike kept me focused and kept me going. Because it was times when I was like, you know what? Fuck school. I ain't doing this. I make so much money when I'm not in school. What I'm in school for? But that's a big thing of clear mental picture, because, and that's something I teach a lot in classes and stuff, but clear mental picture, I'm gonna tell you, is basically the connection between third eye, visualization, and all those things. I am shy, Patricia. You know me. You know me, Patricia. We go back since we was like in diapers. But yeah, so clear mental picture, Mike. He helped me a lot as far as developing my vision for myself, because it's always times in our life when we feel like we can't do something and we can't see the other side. And everyone is watching this. What I really want you to know is, remember, when you're starting something new, you're not at the top. You're going to always start at the bottom, and you have to work yourself up to the top. It does not matter how advanced you think you are. It don't matter. I'm gonna tell you, when I was trying to do something different, like, okay, I've been doing the spiritual stuff for so long, but then I went and, you know, some of you know that I was doing reality TV and, you know, was trying to get a show when I was, yeah, whatever, entertainment field. I felt so inadequate when I was doing it. Even though I've been doing this, I'm 28 now. I'll be 29 this year, and I've been doing this work since I was like 14, 13. You know, I became aware when I was like 10. And I've been doing this, and it's second nature to me. But when I got in and started to go into this new field, and I had to sit before these men and women that didn't even agree or believe in me or what I do, but they wanted it because they saw an opportunity there, I felt so inadequate. I felt so low. I felt so unauthentic. And we have to understand that there are going to be times in our life that's what's going to happen to us. We're going to feel like we can't do it. And that's when you need a support system. You need people around you that are going to root for you even when you can't even see how you're going to make it through. And Mike, you are definitely big for me when it comes to that, so I thank you. So I just want to, publicly acknowledge you. Patricia, you've always been there. PJ, look, I remember PJ, me and her used to be in class. I was I ain't gonna say I was bad. I wasn't bad, but I used to talk a lot, and I had a smart mouth. But Patricia, and I never used to do my homework. And this one right here, Patricia used to always be like, you gonna do your homework? You gonna do your homework? I'd be like, man, if you don't stop asking me, am I gonna do my homework? I got it. And I used to get so pissed off because she would ask me if I was gonna do my homework. I'm like, oh my God, this girl, stop getting on my nerves. The funny thing is, I never did it. So at the end of the day, when it was time to turn it in, I'm like, but she always had my back. She would always have an extra copy. But so I'm sharing these two stories to basically say preparation and opportunity always makes you better than you think you are. You can always see an opportunity in your mind and know where you want to be, but if you're not ready for it, then you ain't gonna really be able to step into it. When you think about the law of attraction, you can always call something to you, but the next step is actually accepting it and inviting it in. If you can't invite it in because you don't feel worthy enough, because majority of us feel like we're not good enough, then you're going to just put yourself in a cycle of self-sabotage. Excuse me. So then you're going to just be sabotaging yourself, confusing yourself, limiting yourself, because you're afraid. Not of the opportunity, but of yourself, not being able to achieve or do the things that you feel you need to do to be good at the opportunity that has been presented to you. And hopefully y'all understand, because now I'm just really just talking. But it's all a process. So what I would say is know that y'all are good. Like, trust yourself. You know, really trust yourself. And you can't lose faith because we all have a process. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I'm going to tell you, and this is probably the last thing I'm going to say, unless y'all have some more questions. I had someone come to me a couple of weeks ago, very well known, and they came to me for a reading. And I remember thinking about them when it was coming. This is why I don't really like knowing who's coming to me or who's, I just don't like knowing who's coming. I don't like people talking when I'm doing sessions and stuff. But this person came, and I'm thinking my whole time, why did they want to come to me? Like, I'm feeling so inadequate. Like, they multi-millionaires, they're this, they're that, their world knows their name and this and that and this. And I'm thinking all of these things. And I remember they sat down, and I just started talking to them and stuff. And it got to a point when I just stopped, and I said, why are you here? And it wasn't because Spirit said it. It's because I felt inadequate, and I was scared. And it was so funny because they looked at me and they said, yo, I'm scared. And I've heard that you're one of the best. And I just need to know what God has for me. That changed my whole life. Because even myself, I put a cap at when you no longer feel scared. I've put a cap at, I thought when you reach a certain amount of money, you're no longer scared. You're no longer afraid. I thought when you reach a certain level of education, you're no longer scared. You're no longer this. I thought when you became or you was with your perfect person in your relationship, you're no longer scared. I put a cap on it. And again, this was a couple of weeks ago. I put a cap on it. And they took the cap off. They took it off. And they really reminded me that no matter where you are in your life right now, you're always going to change. You're always going to be scared. You're always going to be afraid. But we all have opportunities each and every day to make a new choice to be different. To choose something different. To the point that we can look at fear in the face and we could just say, love don't live here anymore. If some of y'all know that song. But we just say, you don't live here, fear. I affirm my power. I affirm my authority. I am what I say I am, but I am who God told me I am. Because just be mindful that each day God is telling y'all something. The real question is, are you listening? God is talking, but are you listening? And the way that you know you're not listening is because you're not happy. I think I'm going to end there. So anyway, thank you guys. Love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to try this more. I'm going to see. We'll see what we can do. If you want to, you can leave comments in the group. Let me know what you think. You know, if you got more questions, if you want to share it, you can share it. Do what you want to do. Yeah, I'm grateful. Well, Deshaun, that's what we're working on. You know, we doing this together. You know, you helping me with this, and I'm helping you because, yeah, when Jonathan drops 830 on Facebook statuses in one video. Yo, I wish I could do that. It would make my life so much easier. But, you know, I'm starting to fall in love with social media now. Anyway, let me get off here. You know, I'm going to be like one of them friends that be like, no. I'm about to get off the phone right now. And they keep talking. So I ain't going to be that type of friend today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. All right, love y'all. So talk to y'all soon, okay? Bye-bye.